sharing some emotions with you, my friends, in this one. But isn't it something when some emotions strike, the first comes to my mind to share it here on YouTube. So I came home a while ago. Lucy came to greet me, my Lucy, my cat. And I looked at her, into her eyes, and I said, Lucy, your Slovak sister Števka is gone. Now who is Števka? And what really happened? Števka is my sister's cat. But what a story behind Števka. What a story that I'll share with you of my sister and a cat named Števka that completely changed her strong beliefs and opinions on cats in general, as animals, as companions, as something that one can get attached to. I remember when I got Lucy, 2022, 3 years ago, and I used to share it with my sister, and she even saw her through one of these FaceTime apps, and her reaction was, "You keep one in a house?" I said, "Yeah." And as much as I had never had a cat until that 2022 time, September it was, I still remember, I told her it was a new experience that I was discovering as something that it's quite amazing to have this furry animal running around, meowing. You feed it, it needs you, you pet it, they purr, relax you. And after I found many more wonderful things about Lucy, the cat. I shared tons of pictures of her with you, and many of you know her and like her, right? And then a few months went by, and in one of the mails my sister writes, there was this cat that showed up by our house. So I gave her some food in a small bowl. And you know what? She returned. She returned following morning, so I did the same. And slowly and surely, this little cat would just hang around their premises in their yard. It was a feral cat, so she was going out, doing her rounds, catching the birds, bringing the trophies to my sister's feet, just like outdoors cats do. But she would always regularly return more and more, not only for the food, but for a little cuddle. And eventually I would be getting pictures of my sister sitting on a couch with this little cat snuggled up to her. And that's when I knew she fell for it. She has become a cat person now. She started to understand it. She could see the power of Števka, her name is, coming to greet her when she arrived from work. She enjoyed making food for her. She would get these fresh chicken livers and cook them. And time went by. It's been over a year now. And in each mail, in each mention from my sister, Števka would always be at the center of attention. What new ball she bought her. My brother-in-law built some nice bed for her, and she would be going more and more inside, indoors. I would see her on a kitchen cabinet, which I was surprised that my sister would let that happen. I knew at that point she loved that cat. Now my sister went through big trauma. She lost a child, a daughter, at the age of almost 2, her little girl. Trauma like that scars a mother forever. Their emotions become harder. And if they get somebody to their heart and they open up and soften up to the outside circumstances, to some love, to some new joys, they do it with intensity, with the hope that that love, what they get back, can maybe a little bit even heal the scars of loss. Last week, my sister went on vacation, something she looks forward to all year around. Go to the seaside. For 1 week, she saves money for it through whole year around and just lives for that 1 week. That's how she treasures that little trip to the sea. And I'm always happy for her. And she shares it with me. Every day she sends me pictures, how it looks, the beach, the sand, the food that they were eating at the resort. It's sort of like I was there with her for that week. Today, Monday, was the day of flight coming back home time. And I know deep inside she was ready to come back to her life, to her routine, to her family, and to her cat. At around 3:30 in the afternoon, I got a mail. And there in a one sentence it is, I have returned home, but to a very bad news. So many things immediately flashed through my mind. Having elderly, not healthy parents. First, I dreaded something went wrong there. Then I thought of her family members, the husband, her son that she has, who is now grown up, living his own life. But no, the bad news was that since the Tuesday night, tomorrow it's gonna be a week, Števka never returned, and she was gone. Now me being so strongly, emotionally attached to not only to my family, but also to things that are happening to good people when there is really no reason for it. Is it destiny? What lessons is one supposed to learn from this? It just tells me how in life, in human's life, it's always about ups and downs, about getting news that we don't really expect and we have to deal with it. Losing someone, gaining something else, having a moments of joy and then moments of desperation and sorrows. That's all that the human life is. And for sure, it's not easy. Where is that cat?